Hello, baseball fans. Welcome to Cleveland Stadium for today's game between the New York Yankees and the Cleveland Indians. It promises to be a battle between two solid teams. Vic Raschi will start for New York. He has made 20 starts on the year. He is 13-3 with an ERA of 3.13. He'll be opposed tonight by Bob Feller. He's made 21 starts on the year and is also 13-3 with an ERA of 3.12. New York catcher Yogi Berra is riding a 17-game hitting streak. It's 81 degrees, wind speed 5 miles an hour out to left field. Play ball. Yes, this is the 1950 season. The Cleveland Indians are still in first place. They are 5.5 games ahead of New York. So this will be a crucial matchup between two very evenly matched teams, with two pitchers very evenly matched, have the same identical record with 1/100th of a ERA point apart. So we will have an exciting game today. Let's go through the lineup for the New York Yankees. Gene Woodling is leading off, batting first in left field. He's .304 batting average with 5 home runs and 41 RBIs. Second, Phil Rizzuto, shortstop, .345. In real life, he was the MVP of the American League in 1950. Hank Bauer in right field, also batting .345. Johnny Mize at first base, .281 with 10 home runs. In center field, Joe Dimaggio, .289. 20 home runs, 91 RBIs. Batting sixth, catching, Yogi Berra, .324 batting average, 19 home runs, 67 RBIs. Batting seventh, Bobby Brown. That's not actually him, but Bobby Brown, third base, batting .257. And Jerry Coleman, batting eighth at second base, batting .294. And Vic Raschi, pitching, batting ninth, batting .283 with 2 home runs and 12 RBIs. A very good hitting pitcher. Here's the defensive lineup for the Cleveland Indians. Dale Mitchell in left field, Larry Doby in center, Bob Kennedy in right, Al Rosen at third, Lou Boudreau at short, Joe Gordon at second, Luke Easter at first, behind the plate, Jim Hagan catching, and the pitcher, Bob Feller. Let's get this one underway. Here's Gene Woodling, .304. He leads off with a hit. He has a 47% chance of stealing. And here's Phil Rizzuto. He is a 10 bunter. They're going to bring the corners in, anticipating a possible bunt. Even though he's 5th in the league in batting average. But not only does he not bunt, he gets a base hit. Here's Hank Bauer, batting third tonight. Feller is in trouble in the first inning. The Yankees have come to play. And he bunts. And he gets a base hit. So bases loaded, nobody out with the extremely powerful Johnny Mize. In real life, he had 25 home runs in just 274 at-bats. That is a pace for around 50 home runs in a year. Longtime Cardinal. Now for the Yankees. Bases loaded. First pitch to Mize. Foul. Feller must regroup. He throws second pitches for a ball. Another ball, 2-1. It's a pop fly. Easter makes the play. And there's one out. Here's Joe Dimaggio. As you can see, 2 grand slams on the season. One of the leaders in RBIs. Here's his first pitch to Dimaggio. He is second in the league with 91 RBIs. And it's a ball, low. Here's a drive to right. Bob Kennedy makes the catch. And he will throw the cutoff man. And the Yankees are up 1-0. Here's Yogi Berra with the 17-game hitting streak. .324 batting average, 19 home runs, 67 RBIs. As you can see, the Yankees had a powerful offensive lineup. Strike one. Feller can get out of this inning with only 1 run. He will be very ecstatic. It's 1-1, 2-1. Here's a drive to Lou Boudreau, and he is out of the inning. So 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 2 men left on, and the Yankees are up 1-0. Here's the lineup for the Indians. Dale Mitchell, left field, batting .330. Batting second in right field, Bobby Kennedy, .327 batting average. Batting third in center, Larry Doby, the first African American to play in the American League. He's batting .257. Batting fourth, Al Rosen, third base, batting .324 with 28 home runs and 89 RBIs. Batting fifth, playing first base, Luke Easter, .257 batting average with 21 home runs and 73 RBIs. Batting sixth, second base, Joe Gordon, longtime Yankee, now plays for the Indians, batting .255. Batting seventh, Jim Hagan, catching, batting .256. And batting eighth, shortstop, Lou Boudreau, batting .196. And pitching, batting ninth, Bob Feller, batting .194. Here's the first pitch to Mitchell, and he gets a base hit. Bob Kennedy's an excellent bunter, and he also can hit and run, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a couple pitches first, though. Make sure that we get this pitcher to go deep in the count. Okay, he threw a strike. We're going to hit and run. Here we go. And Mitchell gets to second base. Here is Larry Doby, the man in scoring position. In real life, he batted .326, so he's quite a bit down from real life statistics. He's batting .257. The other numbers, somewhat close, but he needs to get hot here in the last 2 months of the season. First ball, low, ball one. He drives it deep. It is gone. Home run for Larry Doby. His 19th of the year, 70 RBIs. Just when we're talking about him getting hot. Here's Al Rosen, all year long, one of the leaders in the American League. It's 2-0 to Rosen. He flies out to Bauer in right. Luke Easter. And he gets a hit to left. It's only a 17% chance of stealing, so we won't bother with that. Joe Gordon has some power. First pitch, strike one. Ball one. Fastball, strike two, 1-2. Ball two. Ball three, full count. Nah, we can't take. We want to get on. He does. And it brings up the catcher, Jim Hagan. He has some power. Home run here would be huge. Strike one, right down the middle. Strike two. Hagan behind, 0-2. Low, barely, ball one. He drives it deep to left, but it's caught. So 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. The score is 2-1 Cleveland. Here's Bobby Brown. That is not him. I have to change that picture someday. I haven't got around to it. Sorry about that. That's the Bobby Brown of the 70s. And he gets a base hit. Jerry Coleman, longtime San Diego Padre announcer, is up. It's a possible bunt situation. He's not bunting. So we'll go normal. Maybe he's just going to fool us. He does bunt, but we get him out at first. So a man at second. The pitcher's up. We already said that he is hitting very well, although in real life he batted 198. Here in the replay, he is batting 383. Feller has to be careful. Feller's not the strikeout pitcher he once was. I looked it up, and they changed the strike zone in 1950. It used to be to the shoulders, but they lowered it to under the armpits in 1950, and that is, I think, a year of adjustment, as pitchers were not called the high strike, and thus a lot of walks. Boudreaux should have that. He's not hitting very well, but his fielding is been really good this year. Let's see. He only has one error at short all season long. He has a .996 fielding percentage, so it makes up for his poor hitting. Here's Gene Woodling. We're not going to pitch around him with Rizzuto on deck. And Feller throws him out. So nothing doing for the Yankees in the second. We'll speed it along a little faster. Boudreaux pops out. It's pretty much par for the course this year. Pitcher's up. Feller does have a home run. Drives it to right. Bauer is there. 2 out. Mitchell is up. Hits it hard, but right at Coleman, and we're done. 2. Rizzuto is up in the third. First offering to Boudreaux, throws him out. Bauer, 1 for 1. And Gordon throws him out. Don't you wish baseball games in real life were this fast? I think attendance would be up. Maybe not this fast. I mean, maybe an hour and a half games. Not these 4-hour marathons. Okay, here's Bobby Kennedy, 9-game hitting streak. Future Cub manager. And he drives it to Bauer. Bauer is busy today. Here's Doby. He homered in the first inning. The difference in this game. He hits it hard again. Is it out of here? It is. Larry Doby. His second home run, his 20th of the year. Gives the Indians a 2-run lead. Al Rosen strikes out. He's cooling down here in the second half. Not good news for Indians fans. Luke Easter. He's 2 for 2 with the second hit. Joe Gordon. Ball 1. Batting .255. 12 home runs, 48 RBIs. He hits it hard. It is deep. Let's get out. Out of here. It is Raschi. His third home run given up today. He came in with only 9 home runs in 155 innings. And today he's given up 3 2 2/3. The Indians have come blazing today. 5-1 Cleveland after 3. Here's Jolton Joe. This is his last season. He's announced his retirement. I'm guessing he did. I shouldn't say that. I should look it up. I should do some research. I think, from what I remember, he might have played 1 more year. Guess we'll find out. Here's Bobby Brown. He drives it deep, but The Senator is there. Senator Bobby Kennedy. Boudreaux leads off the bottom of the fourth. He drives it to Bauer, and he's getting a workout today. Here is Feller. Had a shaky first inning, but has settled down nicely. Mitchell is going to swing away. He walks. So because there's more than a 3-run lead, I leave the 1-pitch mode on. Once it gets back to a 3-run deficit, the 1-pitch mode comes back, so it's a lot quicker. Here's Kennedy with 1 out. He's going to swing away. He hits it hard. Boy, oh boy, the Indians catching fire against their huge rivals. Pretty much the 1950s, at least the first half was where these two teams just went out year after year, with the Yankees usually prevailing except for 1954. In fact, the Yankees had their best record of the 50s in 1954 and yet finished second because the Indians won, I think, 111 games that year. Here's Doby, has 2 home runs already. He walks. I guess they didn't want to pitch to him. Rosen. He did have a home run yesterday against Washington, but otherwise he has not been stellar the last couple of weeks. And he strikes out there, so you can see he's getting cold. Easter has a chance of breaking this thing wide open here. And he strikes out. So after 4, 6-1 Cleveland. Still time for the Yankees to come back. Coleman. And that's foul. Didn't look foul, but it was. And we have 1 out. Pitcher's up. He strikes out. Woodling with 2 out. He drives it. Pops it up. Boudreaux is there. So after 4.5, 6-1 Cleveland. Gordon leads off with a walk. In real life they wouldn't bunt here. I like bunting. Saves at bats. Like when you want to keep his plate appearances to real life levels. So bunting does help. So that's why I'm doing this. Otherwise, nobody would ever do this, I don't think, with this 5-run lead. But it gets a guy in scoring position. Saves a plate appearance for Hagan, the catcher, who is by far one of the best defensive catchers in the American League. And here's Boudreaux, though. He's not going to do much probably, but he can surprise you once in a while. And Woodling is there for the out. And brings up Feller. He can help his own cause. He drives it to center, but Dimaggio is there. So 5 innings played, 6-1 still. Here's Rizzuto. He walks. Feller has pitched 70 pitches to a maximum of 145. A lot higher pitch counts in those days. Here's Bauer, 1 for 2. 0-2 pitch is driven to Mitchell, and he makes the catch. Here's a very scary hitter. He's 0 for 2. But like I said, he has tremendous power. And he drives right to Easter, who has played him perfectly. Dimaggio strikes out. So, Indians still up 6-1. Rizzuto throws him out. Kennedy strikes out. Larry Doby, 2 for 2. 2 home runs and a walk. This should be out. Dimaggio is there. So we're through 6. Yogi Berra still trying to get that hitting streak extended. And he does. Leads off the 7th with a base hit. Brown. 0-1. He gets a hit. So Feller, I don't think he's tiring, but will they? I don't think they'll bunt with a down to 5 runs. So we'll just pitch away. Hopefully, double play ball. 1. Just 1. So Raschi is up. First and third one out. He walks. That's the second walk of the day for Bob Feller. That was unfortunate. Loads the bases for Gene Woodling, who's has a .414 on base percentage this year. There's a base hit. It's 1-run scorers. And it's 6-2. We are going to see what's up with Feller. Trip to the mound. He is strong. Well, yeah, but why is he not pitching effectively anymore? There's Rizzuto. We will not throw home. We'll go for the double play. 1, 2. Double play. We're out of the inning with only 1 run scored. So it's 7th inning stretch time. It is 6-2 Cleveland. Al Rosen 0 for 3. Strikes out again for the 3rd time today. I don't know if the fans would boo a guy who is in the top 5 in most offensive categories just for one bad game, but they have booed him. Okay, here's Luke Easter. Strikes out. That's the 6th strikeout for Raschi. Gordon. He hits it right to Woodling. And the 7th is over. Here's Bauer, 1 for 3. He is bunted for a single in the 1st inning, ground to the 2nd, fly to left, center. 1-1. And he's out somehow. It says it's a diving stop by Gordon. So when there's like a incredible defensive play, usually something weird like that happens in this game. And here's Johnny Mize. He strikes out. Dimaggio, foul. 1-2. And he drives it to goal to Gordon, and he throws out. So the 8th inning is done for the Yankees. Still 6-2. Hagen drives it deep. Is it gone? It is. Number 8. 4th home run given up by Raschi today. 7-2. There's Boudreaux. Wouldn't that be something if he got one out? But I don't think so. It's more like a pop. And he's done. And we'll keep in Mr. Feller. He strikes out. Mitchell. And Bauer retires him. So Feller seems strong. He's going for the complete game. He's throwing 113 pitches. Here's Yogi Berra. And Boudreaux throws him out. Bobby Brown. Oh. Tommy Heinrich is coming in. One time he was one of the stars of this team in the early 40s. Now is in the latter part of his career. Boudreaux showing the range. And it's 2 down. Last out for the Yankees. Jerry Coleman. No, they bring in Cliff Maples. Or Mapes. Cliff Mapes? He's batting .282. And he gets on. So the Yankees are still alive. Raschi's up. They've got a pinch hit for him. One would think, yes. Joe Collins is now batting for New York. He's a .247 hitter with 8 home runs, 37 RBIs. And the game is over with Cleveland defeating the Yankees 7-2. Both pitchers had good stuff today. Didn't really show for Raschi as he gave up all those home runs, 4 of them. There's the box score. You can pause the video if you want to look at that. Let's look at the up-to-date standings. See now the Cleveland Indians are 6.5 games ahead of the Yankees, 5 games ahead of Boston. Detroit, in real life Detroit was second place, but they are 13.5 games behind. In real life it was Yankees, Detroit, Boston, Cleveland. Those were the first division teams were way ahead of the second division teams, and that is showing here as these 4 teams are way behind. In the National League, Brooklyn has lost 5 games in a row. Cincinnati is catching up. New York is getting hot. They're the hottest team in the National League right now. It has 8-2 in their last 10. The Philadelphia Phillies, who won the pennant that year, are fading. They were in second place for the last few weeks, but they have lost 7 of the last 10, and they are in 4th. And then these 4 teams are really bunched together, fighting for last place. The Cubs currently hold that position. So that's where we're at on August the 4th, 1950.